Hello, hello, hello. How y'all feeling? This is a Mental Threats Podcast, episode 85. I'm here with Mr. Armez, if you want to say something.
Yo, what's going on with y'all?
Yes, yo, what's going on with y'all, indeed, and shit of that nature. So it's like, I met Armez back in Queens Grand days, right? You're like, you came in the same time my brother came in, right?
I came in my junior year, so I don't know. Because from what I heard, everybody from there, like Taurus and all, Marcus and all them, they've been there since freshman year. That's from what I heard.
Oh, really? Wait, so did we go to school at the same time? Or
We did, yeah. You was a senior, I was a junior. You was going to graduate.
Oh, okay. See, you was just 1 year, one night. What school were you at before?
Before that, I was at Camden Military Academy down in Camden, but my freshman year, I was at East Mac.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. How was that like and everything? I wanted to go to maybe like East Mac or Garinger or fucking at least Hawthorne and everything. I feel like Queens Grand that was diet high school shit.
Man, Queens Grand was sweet for real, but like East Mac, I'm gonna say East Mac is like a jack of all trades. But from when I went, like I ain't gonna lie, when I went, like it felt like everything was there that year. Like it had the girls, it had the D1 basketball players and the football players. It had like the soccer players, of course. It just like everybody had their lane to be in. Like, but it wasn't like divided up into groups or whatever. Everybody was cool with everybody. But like if ain't nobody like rock with you, you know who didn't rock with you. But I'll say I really had some interesting times at East Mac. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd have preferred to be in that environment, man. I was in Queens Grand since like fucking 2012 and shit like that. So it's like the way how I saw it and everything, and I know I'm 24 and everything, but at the same time, just the whole society of that place was just fucking off. Like, like you had different grades of people talking shit about different other grades of people. Like you're not even in the same grade. How you gonna talk shit about, someone that you don't even have a class with and shit like that? Like I found that so strange and everything. Like I feel like some people just had some boundary issues over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I feel like in real life it's not like that at all and stuff of that nature. But what was your experience of Queens Grand?
Shit, my experience, it was fun. It was cool. It was like, I ain't never gotten the shit a QG for real besides that one day. But other than that, like, nah, it was just cool though. Like, yeah, like, yeah, you right though. It was some people like talking shit about people like they ain't never met. Like, they used to talk shit about me. They ain't never met me, never talked to me. They ain't see me walking, but they ain't like they probably see me posted up with y'all talking and shit. But like they ain't never like pushed up. But it was just sweet though. I probably say the only thing I ain't like though was like the staff. Like, oh God, Miss Massey, Miss Tippett.
No, I fucking hate Miss Tip. You know she lives down here?
Are you serious?
No, dead ass, man. Fuck her, bro. Like that, she. I don't know, man. She just reminds me of a pig cunt, bro. Like every time I see her, I be like, "You're a fucking pig cunt, bro," because she's so fucking rude. And it's like, why are you rude for her? Like, no one asked you to have this job, dummy. Oh, it's not my fault you didn't become a famous art, whatever, tease, whatever. You never came. Don't take that shit on us.
Oh God. I ain't never had a class, but what I hear about her and how she critique art, I be like, nah, you as good as you talking like you would have a muse somewhere and it would have been put up in an art museum or had an exhibit or something, a display, a show. You ain't got none. You out here giving lessons for free.
I wasn't even in her art class, man. I had her for homeroom, and she kept talking shit after I had her for homeroom. All we had to do was just sit in that classroom. Literally nothing. And you're fucking have some issues with me, bro. Because some students actually critique to that. Like, when they see, like, other teachers talking shit down to other students, they be thinking, like, oh, yeah, this nigga really ain't shit then if this teacher's talking about him. It's like, it's not even the case. And shit, man. I remember I saw this one other girl and everything. Not even trying to spit in game or nothing. It was just like a regular conversation. Miss Tippett came out of nowhere and was all like, working like, don't talk to him. And I'm like, bitch, are you trying to get choked out right now? Nah, I wouldn't put my hands on a woman. But I don't know. I feel like Miss Tippett, I feel that's one woman I feel like I would make an exception for. Like, she's grotesque. To me, I don't like her. I'll never like her. But yeah, there would be some staff members I just don't mess with and everything. I didn't really like Mr. G at all either.
Oh, I ain't fuck with G.
Well, you ain't fuck with Mr. G. When I say that, people look at me weird like, why don't you like Mr. G?
Everybody like G, but I'm like, bro, you gotta like, people don't see when G don't fuck with you. He'll let it know, and he try to make it very known. Like he'll walk up and be like, where you supposed to be going? Motherfucker, I'm going to class. Fuck is you? Ain't you supposed to be fixing somebody's shit? I know they've been calling your name all morning.
No, dead ass. They really made him do that job because he couldn't teach for the damn.
You weren't there that day, Mr. Carr, Mr. G was for the fight. Like, I mean, like, real talk, they was for the fight.
Really? I'd root for Mr. Carr because I actually mess with Mr. Carr.
We always like, Mr. Carr got that. He gonna whip the shit out that nigga. I'll give him 5 minutes.
I cannot believe. Really? I can see that. Why were they about to fight?
No, because we was finna take a test. And the Wi-Fi wasn't working.
Uh-huh.
And you know how they got Wi-Fi routers for different classrooms and shit. So cars wasn't working at all. Like it was no access. He couldn't even get online and shit. So he's like, so he calling for G for like 30 minutes. You know, our class only an hour. So half the class time gone waiting for G to get here and shit.
No, seriously.
So goddamn. So when G finally show up, we got 15 minutes left in class. So the first thing Carr says when he sees G, "Where the hell were you when I was calling you for the past 45 minutes?" He was like, "I was handling something else." I was like, "So your phone doesn't work? You ain't got no service out here? You might need a new provider. Shit, all that money we paying you shouldn't be hard." Shit. But man, it was just a real puff of the chest moment. It was looking like, and then G fixed it finally, or whatever. And so the Mr. Carr was like, next time somebody calls you and you have a job to do, can you make sure you actually get to doing that job and not, dilly-dally and take a walk in the sun? It was fucking hilarious.
I would have been dead, bro, because he really is a goofy ass nigga, bro. So you're too old to be acting like that. And his best friends be like students at the school. Like one girl that was pregnant, that was his best friend. I'm like, that's fucking creepy as hell, man. Like, what? You can be cool with students, but there should be some boundaries, man. Like, y'all shouldn't be at each other's houses hanging out and stuff like that. They be posting pictures on Instagram. I'm like, does nobody see how weird this shit is but me and whatnot? Like, am I the one?
Yeah, I'm saying he's white, bro.
It's not about being white, bro.
Like, I ain't saying it like that. Nah, it's about being white. Cause like
it's about him being weird. That's it.
Nah, it's about them being white. Cause there's certain things that they do that you look at. We look at like, nah, we're not. That's like unethical.
I feel like other people. Cause I think in Mr. Carson. I don't think even Mr. Carr, but Mr. Carr was cool, bro. One thing I like about Mr. Carr, bro, is that he didn't single out one person. He was like, he would mess with everybody, Like, these other teachers would just pick one person and fuck with them.
But if he picks you out the rock to fuck with you, he like you.
Yeah.
Because he don't do that often. So if he do, he fuck with you. But I never forget, man, when I was there, I don't know what it was, but whole time, like, I've been hearing, like, Mr. Carter smash Jamala and all, but I'm just like, what?
Don't say don't say that. That's a rumor. I know that's a rumor. That ain't true.
That's what I'm saying. It's a rumor. I know
that's a rumor. But people be saying all types of fucked up shit. They say that I used to hit women and everything.
I ain't never heard that. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, seriously. Like, they said it like one time. I remember one dude put it in my face one time. Like, hey, isn't it true that you hit a girl one time? And I'm like, no. Why would I do that? It's just the fact that they automatically believe it without even asking both sides, bro. Like, dude, that's cool. Like, I feel like half them kids is retarded. And like, I don't want to be like the type to try to like diss nobody, but it's like, if you believe everything somebody tells you off jump without even asking both sides, you are mentally retarded to me. Because there's so many times where shit can get fucked up. They say I swung on Mr. Toms. They say I hit women. I don't even know how deep the rabbit hole goes, bro. That's why it's like, at this stage, I kind of just learned not to give a fuck after a while what people say, bro. Because people would disrespect you, especially something about that school. Something was in the water, bro. Because nobody acts like that. I went to college, bro, and nobody acts like that, bro.
Bro, you got a room to yourself at the end of the day. You pay like hella money to do all this schoolwork. You ain't even be worried about what a motherfucker got to say about you, though. Like, everybody know, like, if you trying to get down into it in college, bro, meet me in my dorm room. I come to yours, like, you don't matter, make no difference. That's just how it goes. But 9 times out of 10, really 9.5 times out of 10, they ain't worried about that for real. It's like they came into it, like, they was into it before they got there.
No, seriously, but not even just that. Also, at the same token, like, for real, it's just, let me just try to check something out. Like, I don't even know if, like, the levels at a certain level. Hold up. Yeah, man, but even, like, regardless of that, also, like, it's just 80% of the people at my college were women. So it's like, like, students that were going there were women. So, like, no nigga was fighting over nothing because there was so many women to go around. You can meet a girl every day and it would just be just fine. Whereas, like, at Queensland, I feel like it was kind of like a scarcity. I feel there was only like 10 females that were even fine, and everybody else was just kind of like average as hell.
It was like, it was
mid as fuck.
It was definitely like a top 10, top 15. Then it was like nothing, like the other 50 was mid. I ain't gonna, it wasn't even worth it counting out there. It was mid.
No, it was mid as fuck, bro. But they thought that they were something just because nobody would talk shit about them. It's like, no one's talking shit about you because nobody cares.
Yeah, that's really it. Like, I'm glad to know motherfuckers was caring when I was in that bitch. I was like, bro, I ain't even do nothing to y'all. Y'all worried too much about what I be having going on.
No, dead ass. And it'd just be like, at the same time, it'd be females that just, I'm not even trying to diss, bro, but they be looking like fucking Grimace trying to disrespect me. And I'm just like, bro, you look like more of a nigga than me, bro. Like, chillax.
Come on now, you got more facial hair on your chin than I do at the time. Like, I don't know why you coming to me like this.
No, dead ass, bro. But like, you trying to let it go because it's like you're a whole nigga. It's like, why would I look like trying to like argue with a female that's not my bitch? Like, that's weird. Like, why do you care what I say or what I do? How do I have any reflection on your life whatsoever, bro? It's just, I don't know, man.
I just look at it and be like, I just look at him up and down and be like, nah, look at you and look at me. All right, now you have a good day.
Heavy on the heavy on the have a good day. No, but seriously, bro, that school was weird, bro, for real. But I feel like it kind of reflect like the more toxic side of Charlotte, bro, because that's where I feel there's a positive side of Charlotte and there's a very toxic side too. And I feel like the toxic side comes from a shelteredness, you know. I feel like some people aren't very used to, you know, aren't very open minded, or they don't look at things from a third person perspective. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize how big a world is out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like their world is just a little circles they in. So you could be in this circle and like a couple people fuck with you. You think, oh yeah, I'm a popular kid. But it's like if they went to like places like East Meg, I don't think any of these people would have mattered at all, like in the slightest.
Honestly, the only way you really mattered to East Mac, bro, is if you was funny or you just cool. Honestly, I was cool, so everybody just rocking me for real.
Literally, man, and I swear it was like the weirdest character. They be boosting the heads of like the most corniest niggas, bro. Like the corniest fucking niggas I've ever seen. Just because their parents get them certain like clothing and everything, and I'm like, y'all people are stupid, aren't y'all? Like this is like some advanced form of retardation. Like y'all,
Yeah, they could look and say, y'all give me, you might be a little slow, ain't you?
no, really. And I'm just like, because I don't want to be like that guy to be like, oh, yeah, you know, if everyone's crazy, you know, you're the one that's really insane. But I don't know. I feel like something about that place was just mad weird. I don't feel like I learned anything from there and stuff of that nature. But, you know, fuck all that shit. How's life after Queens Grand and everything? How you got yourself together?
Shit, right now just working shit, finna pick up this other job and shit too while working, you know. Goddamn. Shit, really just been going through cars and just phases of life for real. I ain't really like lived in Chicago for about 10 months last year. Shit, it was an interesting little experience. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, tell me all about it. Shit, we got like about good like 30 minutes to an hour and everything. Just like, cause Chicago, that's a big ass city and stuff of that nature.
It is a huge fucking city. Like we know it's big because you know it's a business city. Got all the buildings and the trade center and shit.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is huge. Downtown got its own little area, and that motherfucker is big as fuck. It ranges from everywhere to everywhere. Man, the size of Chicago are like the east side and the west side put together. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, really? Say that again?
Like the different sides of Chicago is like two sides of Charlotte put together, and that's everywhere.
Really? So it's like it's that big.
Like they got the beach 30 minutes away, but they got it. Well, on the east, like if you go like down to like I ain't gonna say the coast, but like down like near I said the shore. That's like 30 minutes. That's like a little beach right there too. And I'm just like, so y'all got two beaches basically.
Dang. That's really, really cool. One thing I know, is it true that a lot of females from Chicago are a vibe and everything, especially like black women from Chicago? Because every female I met that's from Chicago, like they're like mad chill. Like no, not even just chill, but they're like funny. They're like always like they're just a vibe, bro. Like I never met a lame like Chicago black woman in my life.
Nah, I met a few out there that's like they not like that. But I ain't gonna hold you though. It's a lot of them that's like I ain't gonna lie. Like I didn't say a lot of pretty girls be like they talk to me and like they funny and shit. I'm like, they like, why you looking like that? I'm like, cuz bro, you pretty, you got money and you funny. I mean, actually funny, not like that corny funny. Like, damn, where,
Like,
I'm gonna have to move in this motherfucker. Really?
no, seriously, and they're like interesting too. Like they have like shit. Like, cause I know like this one girl on IG and everything. She's from Chicago. She live here. I'm not gonna really like state her name and everything just to protect her, cause I'm still trying to get her on the podcast too. But like she ain't respond. But anyway, it's just like, but she like be posting like when she be putting posts on IG, it be like songs that like I like never thought like females would know about. Like it's like she be fine as hell. She know about like MF Doom and stuff like that, and like like all types. You know what I'm talking about, MF Doom and everything, and just other types of rappers. I thought when like no other females I age ever like know about. I be feeling like an alien and shit. And here comes this one other girl. I'm like, shit, no, seriously, that is fucking cool and everything. I'm like, what if all females from Chicago are like that and everything?
No, they all not like that.
Not all of them like that, but like a proportion.
Like you gonna find your portion that's like that. I ain't gonna hold you. You gonna find a portion, but I ain't gonna lie. Chicago you got multiple sides to it. Sometimes like you don't notice it because you're busy doing something. Like me, I was busy working for real. I had hella hours and shit, so I was really busy. So like when I go off, like I probably take like a little ride around like what I knew because you don't one thing about Chicago. There's a few things about Chicago like people really pay attention to. Like when I got out there, like everybody that was cool with around me was telling me like you out of town and so I'm letting you know right now this. So you can't go everywhere and sightseeing. You can only do that when you got somebody with you that you know. Ain't nothing go down without they word. Like, and it's like that out there for real. But from what I seen for real, like places I went to with people that like lived in the area, so I knew it wasn't gonna be that. Shoot, it's pretty like it's different. Like it look a little different. Like you'll go from like the trenches to like an open like business strip, and you just like, but you still 10 minutes from the trenches, and you just like damn. And then like you'll go from that into like downtown, like you'll go into a whole like business sector, and you're just like, this is real corporate. Like all you see is suits and like dress shirts walking around, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is crazy.
So it's like a yin and yang type thing. It's just like one side that's just like the king, and the one side that's like progressing in a sense.
Yeah, like you got some Section 8s. Well, you really got a lot of Section 8s in like low income housing, and then you got like the north side where like you got the houses and shit, like actual homes, and then it'd be like a few spots on the west that are homes, but they're mostly apartment complexes. Ain't gonna hold you, but some are complexes with a gate, and some are just like blocks, like this. Like it'd be like an apartment set up with like gates and shit. You know, some of them gates locked, some of them don't. But boy, your gate locked and it worked, you got a good gate. I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's real cool, and stuff of that nature, man. It's just I don't know. Like I always wanted to go to Chicago, but I feel like for me to travel from city to city, it had to be like on tour. Like if I were like really about to drop, because I'm really planning on really dropping a whole lot of music this year. Somehow I'm gonna get it done. But it's just like, yeah, once my music career really takes off and I can actually start doing like tours and things of that nature, I feel like that would be the only way I could be able to go from city to city and town to town, and travel a lot more like that. But if I were to ask you and everything, it's like the gang activity out there is really like deep from what you've seen out there like for 10 months and everything.
Hell yeah, that gang activity is honestly real deep. Where I was at, I stayed in the Gangster Disciplehood, but BDs would be over there. Like the BDs I was cool would be over there, like fixing cars and shit, because they were mechanics and shit. They fixing cars, making plays and shit. So I'd be chilling with them. They tell me like they put me on game for it. Like they tell me like this is the GD hood, but all they like the big homies who apply pressure to anybody who out here, they fighting Ricos right now. So goddamn.
They're trying to chillax and all that.
Yeah, but it was like, but don't be, this block's still not sweet though. Like they'll pop out. You'll know when they pop out. I ain't gonna lie to someone but when they pop out, you gonna know. You gonna know. But well, my next door neighbors was Vice Lords, so I'll be chilling with them every day. Once I got cool with them, like I'll be chilling with them every day. And then it was like, "Shorty, if you make you a Vice Lord," so they didn't flip me into being a Vice Lord. I ain't even had to get jumped in. I got blessed in. And when you get blessed in, man, don't take that shit for granted, folks, because a lot of niggas really don't matter how cool you is, you got to get jumped in for real. So to get blessed in, you got to be one of the ones. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Just gotta be really chill and everything, and not the type. Just don't be out there spreading the
I
business.
ain't even that, because they gonna know if you're goofy. Like they know you ain't never did no shit in your life. They not finna. They gonna be cool with you, but they ain't gonna bring you in.
That's all right. As long as they can like respect that and everything, because like I know a lot of gangs they be trying to.
No, they respect the niggas that don't do that. As long as you don't be trying to do no goofy shit. Like don't be trying to come up for somebody you not, and and like the whole hood know you not like that. Like that's one thing that they gonna be like, "Shorty, you need to stop what you doing right now before we get on you." Because why if you faking right now, they don't play about that.
So if it's just somebody that just wants to go to school and everything and just keep his record clean and everything, they just respect that.
They gonna respect that for sure. It's all about staying in your lane though. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes with certain things, all right. say, all right, for example, yeah, everybody gonna say it's a cliche, but all right, say you from Parkway Gardens. Oh, everybody, but people don't know Parkway is, but people know Parkway is an O block. But say you from Parkway Gardens, but you'll be, I mean, which that makes you a black disciple. Say that if people who think they know they beefing with this GDs off of St. Lawrence. All right, say like all right, say there's two niggas. No, say there's a nigga from both sides, one GD and one BD, but they both not get in the streets. They just go to school and worried about school and school only. All right, cool. Now say one of them. All right, they ain't been at war for the longest. Say one of the other side gets killed, like it's like a top member. All right, they want retaliation. No matter who it is, they catch. All right, now the kid that could be going to school. Everybody in the hood know him. They respect him because he just goes to school. He don't try to be something he not. He just focusing on one thing, trying to make it out. Cool. So boom, say he walking through the store because he ain't gotta watch out for nobody. He ain't even a member. He just live there. He walking through the store. Say some guys ready to slide. They like, oh yeah, there go. What's his name? The hood love him. I heard he just a book. I heard he just a book nerd. Man, shoot, he over there. Boom, hopping out and they getting you. That's just how it goes over there. Like if you over there, they don't even care if you was on that or not. If you over there, you over there.
Dang, so it's like a neighborhood thing and everything. It's not so much like if you even associated with that. And you don't even gotta be a ranking member.
South, it's like the hood don't matter. Like if you claim that and you really ride with them, they gonna get you. But out there, if you from there, they gonna get you.
Oh, okay. So it's just more of like location based, where it's like this is more like tribal based. Like you're actually a part of that group, and they know you're from that group, and they know that you got connections and stuff of that nature.
It's like that too over there too, but that's only with like top members for real. Or like I'm gonna say like the ones with emotion, I should say.
Dang, all that stuff is crazy, man, because it's just like, I feel like a lot of our people are just like so into that lifestyle and everything. I feel like they could have really been something more than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look down at that organization. I don't know exactly like what they do or how they live or anything of that nature. And I don't want to look down at anybody for how they want to live their life. That's up to them. They were born into it, or they had friends into it, or they were blessed into it. That's your life and everything. However, but just, you got to admit, it's kind of tragic considering like how this system has been so against us now and everything. And now we have Young Thug like facing RICO charges and everything. So many people getting sworn up, and I just feel like you're kind of setting yourself up to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like at the same time, we all know where this life ends. And it's never anything positive, Armez. And I'm not looking down at anybody who lives that lifestyle, or I'm not trying to be out there against it, but just the mentalities with it, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like how like the Italian families with how they like put that stuff out in the movies and stuff of that nature. Even in that world, it's still pretty like tragic also. But it's just like, like with our circle, I feel like it's just more like a damaged form of tribalism. You know what I'm saying? As people, we're of African descent people. We believe in being part of a tribe and being a part of something for survival and everything. And I don't feel like in this system, it's based on like it's based on trying to emasculate us, trying to break us down, take our power away from us, our image and stuff of that nature. So it's like when people put that image and be like, oh, like being a thug, being a gangster, this is what it means to be top tier, masculinity, all that. This is what it means to be a man. And it's just like, in a sense, I can't challenge that, but at the same time, I don't. That's just my values, and I'm just speaking for myself, but I just feel like that's just not the way. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, we all know where that stuff leads to. It's not. They all in this system. They want us dead. They want us, not producing. They don't want us to really grow. We really got to change our mindset to really trying to build Black Wall Street again, to really trying to rebuild businesses again, to really compete in this system. This is a capitalistic system. It's good to have money. It's good to protect your investments. It's good to find a group to be a part of and stuff of that nature. But at the same token, you got to figure out what's the root of all that. Does it reflect where my future is, what I want my family to be in this same circle, and it's yeah, yeah, you don't want to be disrespected. You don't want to be come across like you're weak or anything of that nature. But that's just a sad thing about black masculinity as a whole, too, bro. It's just like it's so fragile. It's so frail. A white person could wear the most cheapest things ever, and no part of his identity is under any threat. They could wear freaking Skechers, khaki pants, a freaking collared shirt, or wear glasses, and it'll be like, who cares? He'll live his life. He'll find his friends. He'll grow up. He'll live a long life. He'll probably get a job, family, buy a house, make some investments, build his credit up, retire. That's his life. Well, everything in between is like a positive. But it's like for us, it's like it's always like a maze. Friends turning on friends, people disrespecting you, people talk shit, trying to really take you out of your element, out of your character to do something fucked up, and then you end up probably killing that person or they end up killing you. It goes on, they try to kill your family, they try to, you know what I'm saying? You see what, and it all starts with how you react to it or whether you give a fuck or not, man. Like, it's just like, it's been tough even for me on my end, even in Charlotte, bro. And I know I've been on this tandem for a while, but that's just kind of how I feel about it, because it's just like those same people who may be claiming that they're, with the thug stuff. And I don't want to, like, once again, shit on them or whatever, but there's always, like, somebody on the inside that's not really working for y'all. There's probably somebody that's working for the feds. How many times has there been an issue where a whole system of criminal activity been like flipped over?
Like the Fed, but that's only for the ones with the feds actually like they really got actual tips. Like, yeah, these niggas the ones that's having all this motion, putting all this shit in the street.
Yeah,
that's only for them niggas. But for them niggas, bro, I gotta be careful though, because there's a lot of snitches in y'all group that y'all don't know be snitches until they really facing that time. Motherfuckers say they won't snitch until they be like, all right, bet, that's what you face in 15 years. Boom. Hey, give me a wire, bro. I'll catch him. Now it's that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not worth it, bro. Like, it's really not worth it, bro. Like, it's really not. That's just how I see it, bro. Like, I'll be humble for a while. I'll have no money in my bank account. I'll go overdraft. You can come back from an overdraft. You can't come back from 15 years and doing prison with all types of psychotic motherfuckers, man. All type of weird shit going on. I don't even want to discuss on this shit because it's just like, we all know. And everything. You can even watch Master P's Lockdown if you can get through the whole movie, to know how fucked up prison can get. And it's just weird, like, people even want to, like, how that's still pushed to this day, And I don't want to, once again, I want to say this as many times just to get this out there. I'm not against y'all. I don't, I'm just living my life. I just feel like, looking at it from a third person perspective, all the people who sacrificed for us to get here, all the ancestors that were enslaved, humiliated, all types of worse ways and everything, to even get a shred of humanity, in the system and everything, to even reach this point, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to fight harder for our freedom even more. Let's fight for financial freedom. Let's fight for niggas going to school. Why is there 80% black women going to school and 20% black men going to college? Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this handy work and everything, that shit's not gonna last long, bro. Because it's just a matter of time before somebody says something. It's just a matter of time, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, yeah, that's me or whatever. I don't really care. I stay in my lane. That's where I'm at, But, I speak on this as a concerned brother for other brothers and everything like that. I see y'all as my brothers. Even the ones that disrespect me, even the ones that talk all types of shit, at the same time, we make it together. And it's just like, it's just sad because it's just like, that's not how that's not the kind of life that God's given us. God gave us life to live. God gave us life to prosper. God gave us life to really, find purpose and positivity and things of that nature. And, maybe I wasn't born in that world and everything, but I've kind of brushed shoulders to a degree where I could have went in that world if I wanted to. But I just think about my brother, I think about my little cousins too with the fall after. Like, they see me get into that life and everything just because I want to have money and everything. I want to flash it to people and prove shit to people. And then you got to freaking isolate yourself from everybody because you feel like everyone's going to backstab you. Like, what kind of life is that? That's bullshit to me. I'm not trying to say, whatever life they live is bullshit. Do what you got to do. But it's like, to me, it's bullshit to me. And I'm gonna stand on that. Anybody that disagree, we can chop it up, we can talk about it, prove me wrong. But from a big scale of things, to know that freaking your white counterparts can freaking live life and become businessmen, inherit their family's wealth, move on and keep it going for generations, and you freaking got a Ferrari that's gonna freaking depreciate fucking next year. It's not real shit to me. That's just not. I feel like buying land is real. Like getting property, giving it to your family, that's real. That's real gangster shit right there. That's real life shit. Like all that, that's not real to me. It's just. Am I talking like fake shit, or am I being 100? Or am I? I'm just being honest. Just being honest, Armez. Just for your.
I mean, I see why you think like I see why you think that and why you feel that because of the way you were brought up and how you ain't.
Yeah, sure.
How you never had to take that risk for real. So for the people that had to take that risk for real, like, hold on, I ain't gonna let him say that, like, because people love to say like, there's another way. There's another way for people who grew up in a quiet neighborhood who don't really be on shit. There's another way for people like them. But for people who grew up in the hood where all the action is, and they hood to get into it with another hood, ain't no other way. You either gotta, because you sink or swim is the only way they got. Sometimes school can't even be the way for people because some of them so into it heavily, they can't even go to school. They in school with their ops. And they know they want to do something to them. And they can't be going there thinking, yeah, we at school, it's sweet. They will get it on in the bathroom. It's over with. They'll get it on the hard way. It's really, man, it depends on where you at and how heavy y'all into it. Because I'm telling you, because sometimes another way is sometimes people say, like, you can just turn another cheek, like, yeah, you can walk away, but I mean, he said he ain't gonna run up and want to punch you. So it's like you gotta take like things with a grain of salt sometimes, and sometimes you gotta really just stand on what you say. And once you get into that life, like, don't think you can just sit back and be like, I'm done. You ain't done until God say you done.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it, bro. It's just so systematic, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like it just feels like it's just one trap after another. You know what I mean? I know you see this as a pretty quiet environment, but keep in mind, dude, like, Garinger is our homeschool, And I'm not trying to say Garinger is the hood or East Meck is the hood or Hawthorne is the hood or whatever, but there's always like one or two people that want to get you in that life somehow or some way. Like Hidden Valley is not that far away. It's just, I'm not even trying, I don't want to speak on Hidden Valley like I know Hidden Valley like that either, like, once again, I don't know about anything of that life. Maybe I'm outside of it. If you want to speak on my podcast, maybe speak your piece, that's all right. If you want to, at your own risk, because I don't know what information or what somebody wants to check on this podcast and everything. You know how the RICO Accords work and everything. They're trying to use some rap lyrics against people now, So it's like, always be careful, be on your P's and Q's, especially when you're on this podcast too, for sure. Because once again, I don't want to probably put any other man into a position where they're going to end up in, behind bars or end up, yourself in court and anything. I never want to put anybody in that position. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All I want to do is work hard. Whether if it's the music thing, the podcast thing, whatever. I try to do as many things I can, to do what I got to do, to put as much work in to make the changes I want to see and see the changes I want to see. You know what I mean? So it's just that I only keep positive people around me. I only keep idealists around me, and that's not saying like, oh, I'm looking down on anybody or anything. I don't look down on nobody, everything. I just try to protect my investment. And as a black man, your freedom is like your biggest investment because, if you can't do shit, what can you do? Like what use can you be if you can't do shit, You'll be trying to fight to do something. And it's just like, I'm in a hot space right now and everything, but it's just like at the same time I still got to do what I got to do, wait my time out, see what's up with it, and then just as soon as I get through it, it's back to really just planning for the future. And this is just time to just plan. So just anybody who's listening to this podcast, always keep in mind, think about your family, think about your friends, think about your future, bro. I swear, bro, this whole system we have out here, man, it's just like, you think shit is sweet. It's not sweet, bro. Ain't nothing sweet about nothing, bro. Ain't nothing tough. Like, this is Hall of Fame mode levels of levels of hard for being a black man in this society. It all starts from when you're a fucking baby, bro, all the way to the grave, man. It's always a left turn. Someone might kill you. Somebody might mistake you for somebody else. Somebody might frame you for something. Somebody might try to assassinate your character, and you want to fucking ask whether if it's worthy. If just like trying to pay any mind to it and everything. Niggas switch up over bitches. Niggas switch up over the most dumbass shit, asinine shit ever, just to take you out of your mental and whatever it is. Choose to be a black man every time. Don't be a nigga. Choose to be a black man every time. That's my philosophy. You're a man. Make a decision. If you want to walk away from a situation, whether if it leads to something else, just leave it as it is. Choose your family, choose your freedom, choose your future. A lot of these people who talk shit about you or whatever, they're not even gonna like be here all throughout your life, you know? They might be in your mental. You might think about these people. They might cross your mind from time to time. But then, you know, you got to look back and see it from a third person perspective. When was the last time you spoke to this person? What does this person really have on you, really? For real, you know? Freaking, they used to say I was stupid in high school and everything. As articulate as I am, as many things as I do, as many things I try to accomplish and everything, freaking graduate from fucking college, fucking cum laude, how the fuck did I do that? You know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whatever people say about you, it's not true. Only you can define who you are. That's just real. That's just what I try to say. I don't mean to like freaking rant and go off for things like that. But you know, if we were probably switch up the subject and everything, I know that now you live in Charlotte and stuff of that nature. What are some things that you like from things that go on in Charlotte in today's day, and what are some things that you don't like?
Shit, really, I just put honestly, goddamn, I just put myself out to really like the Charlotte scene for. I just be chilling, going to work. None of my business now. Before I used to be like partying and shit, but I don't even party no more. I don't even care for parties and shit. If I ain't getting free, I ain't going. If I see all my niggas trying to rap now and shit, it just be like. But I be wanting to collab with people, but it be like, I don't know, bro. Niggas be acting like they don't fuck with you when it comes to this music shit. I just be like, bro. But I ain't gonna speak on that too much. But niggas know what I do to them in the studio.
It's sure it's fun. I notice a lot of people are starting to go into a music career now, which is weird, but it's like, you know, because I've been trying to do music since I was like 13, writing in my notebook, writing rhymes and shit like that. And now it's like, at least I put a project out last April and things like that, so I'm happy about that, you know. But it's like, even though I feel like I'm actually taking the first step, I always feel like I'm never doing shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I hold myself to such a high standard and everything, because even when I'm doing shit, I feel like I'm never doing shit. For real, you know, because it's like at the same time, you know, it's just like, you know, I haven't bought my mom a house, you know. I dream of trying to get her out of Charlotte for sure and try to put her in a safe environment and everything, you know, things of that nature, you know, be able to take care of my family and stuff of that nature. That's just all I'm focused on with this music stuff. And I feel like people can really do that. Like, I don't really care too much about flexing or whatever. You know, all that shit, that just brings the wrong type of attention, and people just can't fucking take that because they're so stuck on this image of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, they can't freaking evolve to see, like, okay, this nigga's changed, or oh, this nigga's became something more, or whatever. And, you know, that's just it. So it's just like, you know, some people be complimenting me. Like, they be looking at, like, oh, wow, look at you. Oh, wow, you like, you working out. Like, oh, yeah, you look like you're doing this or something. And even then, like, you know, just be like, oh, yeah, sure, I do some things. But I'd be like, it don't mean shit. You know, because I feel like I haven't done shit. You know, even though I put only 12 songs out and people say, oh, yeah, that's pretty good for your first project and everything, it feels like nothing to me, because it's just like, you know, it's like I could be doing so much more. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. But it's like,
You shoot videos for your music?
No, that's the thing. I haven't. That's what I'm saying. I always feel like I'm not doing shit. You know, I think Taurus just did some things with CD. You know who CD is? Yeah, it's just like they did like some music videos and shit like that, and I'll be like, fuck, I'm so behind. But it's like at the same time, it's like, you know, I still keep in mind, it's like I was doing this shit with no features at all. Like, it was just me and beats, and then me going in the studio and shit like that. You know, I'm not trying to compare and contrast, see who's doing what, but when I'm saying, like, I'm really trying to dedicate as much as I can to do this shit, like, I'm really trying to do what I can. But outside, you know, if you were to keep going on, like, some things that you like in Charlotte, some things that you don't like. I know you don't like how, like, I think I heard that you don't like how, like, a lot of, like, you know, a lot of people carry themselves in Charlotte, like, relationship-wise, or just, you know, stuff of that nature. What's your stance on that?
Man, I feel like people just carry themselves, like, in two different ways. Like, I'm gonna say outside the on the internet and then outside the internet, and I feel like that's gonna get. I feel like for those who be living two different ways, well, that's gonna get you fucked up one day or put in a bad situation because you've been faking for so long, and now someone really want to. Now someone's really out there testing your metal, and you know well, you know about nothing you was saying. And like I say, like as far as relationships go, like I mean, motherfuckers gonna cheat regardless.
Yeah.
It don't even matter what you do nowadays. You can be too good to a person they still cheat on you. Just and for the dumbest shit ever.
No, seriously, man. I remember like this one time and everything. Like there was this one girl. There was this dude that wasn't even from Charlotte and everything. I was showing him and shit like that. And he had his own apartment and shit. This was back when I was like 18. I think he was like 22 or whatever. He would like hang out with our group like at CPCC or whatever. There was this one girl I knew from QG. I'm not even going to like state her name or whatever, but I knew her and everything. Or I thought I knew her and shit. Like she had like a nigga at the time and everything. Like literally, I think she was feeling the other dude that like I introduced her to because we were just vibing, just chilling type stuff. And like you're going to stay at another dude's house, like apartment, and cheat on this nigga and everything, and then talk shit about like your friends and shit like that, you know, and then like go into the street and talk other shit just to cover up all the shit that you did and stuff like that. When I say people in Charlotte can get grimy, like grimy, bro, to the point where it's just like how and everything, you know, it's really crazy and everything, you know, like, you know, but what are some things that you probably seen or some situations that you've seen? You ain't gotta like say anybody's name or anything, like something that you've seen that you're like, what the fuck, or like how did that happen? That can only like that you feel like that can only happen like in Charlotte in a sense.
I think people can get grimy anywhere. It's just all about the people you end up being around. And sometimes it don't take a lot for a motherfucker to show who they really is. That's one thing I always keep out for. Like I always keep out for like who around you, and definitely for sure like how people move, because like how they move around something else, they can move around you. So you gotta be mindful of that.
Yeah, definitely. If anybody who's out there listening, dude, it's like seriously, be mindful. If you're around people that love to talk shit about their friends as soon as they leave, bro, just cut that connection right now, bro, because more than likely, 200%, they're probably talking shit about you as soon as you step out that door. Like as soon as you step out that door, like they're gonna talk shit about you to someone else. You could probably do nothing wrong to them. You can have their best interest in hand, they'll still talk shit, bro. I'm telling you, people are fucked up to that degree, man, and they'll just go about their lives like nothing happened. Like that's just how people are, bro. And we all pray to the same God, apparently. Like, you know, I don't really get it, to be honest. Like, I would feel some type of way if I wanted like talking shit about somebody else, like I kept close or like they trusted me or something like that. Like I can't do it. Maybe that's just me, but some people ain't got the same nature type. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's just like, do you feel like a lot of people have a grandiose sense of themselves, like in Charlotte and everything of that nature? That's just like, you know, what's up with that?
And you said, do I think people have like a grimy nature?
No, like a grandiose. When people are very grandiose, like narcissistic in nature, like they're kind of big headed in themselves, like for no reason. It would be like over little shit and stuff of that nature. Do you feel that to some degree?
There's definitely a lot of bigotry going on, but sometimes I just let people get lost in themselves, cause I be like, man, look, I could easily bust your bubble, but I ain't gonna do it to you, cause you gonna think I'm just using words. See, people like that, they gotta go through it, like actually, you gotta physically go through it for them to actually see, like maybe I shouldn't have did this or that. But then they always do it when it's too late. So I just be like, shit, you wasn't gonna learn no way. If you ain't mindful of what advice people are giving you now, you ain't never gonna learn shit, and you always gonna end up taking L's before you actually learn something.
Yeah, no, seriously. You said bigotry. No, bigotry, that's racism, bro. That's like ignorance. I ain't trying to be like, you know, Poindexter over the shit. They're just trying to let you know and stuff of that nature. But it's just, but yeah, man, like I feel that. I feel that a whole heart. Candidly, bro, and it's just like, you know, it's so tough to find people that are like, you know, that are actually authentic in themselves and stuff of that nature, man. I feel like, you know, fucking with like fake niggas or fake bitches, bro, that shit can really count against you in the long run if you're not careful and everything. Not saying that what everybody says about you or whatever people say like matters or anything, but if you really, really like, you know, image is such a powerful thing, you know what I'm saying? It's such a big aspect. Although a lot of your image is kind of reflecting like on what people see in themselves. That's what I've kind of grown to understand as I got older, you know. But it's just one of those things, man. You really got to really got to isolate yourself and really like find like your soul tribe to a certain degree. You know, I found my soul tribe and people that I don't really talk to every day like that, but it's like, you know, I might hit them up every day, boom, boom, like, hey, how you doing, how's life and everything, what's good, we need to hang out sometime, you know, stuff of that nature. But I'm not so like codependent, you know what I mean? I feel like people who are the most codependent of each other are like the fakest ones to each other, because they're always around in their circle all the time, to the point where it's just like, you know, they're gonna overstep some boundaries eventually, you know, like does any of that like kind of like, yeah, you agree with any of that to a certain degree?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And like, what's your stance on how like, you know, how relationships usually handle themselves in Charlotte? Because I know like, you know, I've only kind of lived in Charlotte throughout my whole life and everything, but it's like at the same time I feel like there's certain consistency, like certain things like you see in Charlotte that you don't, you know, see in other places, stuff of that nature, you know.
It's just certain things here that I don't really see.
Like I know like how people carry themselves, so like, you know, like ethics wise and etiquette wise, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I have some Mike Mills on here. He was from New York and everything. He lived here for a while, and one of the main things he said was it's just like how like a lot of people in Charlotte will literally like pretend to message you when they really don't like you like that, and it's just like, you know, I'm like I could agree with that too. Like, you know, what's up with that? Like I don't really understand that. Why do you think people act that way, Armez?
I wouldn't say that's like a Charlotte thing. I'd probably say that's like everywhere. Because you gotta remember, there's snakes in the grass everywhere. So you really gotta be careful about like the type of people you bring around and the energy that you try to put into certain people. Because sometimes the good energy you put in, they don't really want to accept that. They just want to take like the giving energy that you give, I should say. But I'd probably say, but I don't know why people do like acting like they mess with somebody when they really don't mess with them. Because if I don't mess with somebody, I ain't finna be around you. Like, and that's just point blank period. That's just not finna be what we doing. I don't be faking my moves, none of that. So I don't know why people. I don't, you know, people, if you have the time and energy to be faking like you like somebody, you a different breed. I just say too much energy. Like I don't like you. Like if I don't like you, I don't like you.
Yeah, man, there was this one situation with this one girl, bro. And it's like this other girl would like drive her everywhere, you know, because she had her license. Or this girl had her car and her license and stuff of that nature. And then, like, literally, when she's not even there, she'll like talk shit about her, saying she tried to coerce her to like fucking eat at her pussy out, fucking eat her out and shit, like, and talk about how hairy her pussy was and shit like that. Like, how you going to like fuck with somebody? They drive you stupid ass all across Charlotte, wasting gas on your dumb idiot ass, and then you talk about how hairy her pussy is. Like, you know, that's your whole sister right there. Like, maybe more than that now because you're eating her out and shit like that. Like, you know, it's just I be hearing stories like this, bro, and I just be like, bro, like, what is the fucking point, bro? Like, you know, like, why you even like, what's your purpose in life if you can bullshit like that? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what were some times where like you might have like seen like a situation, or maybe you might have experienced like a situation where people were just not being 100 with you and they were just being like straight up fake as fuck. You know, you ain't gotta say no names or nothing.
I might as well just skip this. It's just too much fake shit going on. Like people need to start tightening up on who they really is. And like if you don't rock with somebody, you should stand on that. Cause all y'all be trying to play nice for a favor. I don't get that.
Most definitely, man. No, I could feel that for sure. But if we had to leave all like the social shit out and everything of that nature and everything, do you feel like Charlotte is becoming more and more violent? You know, in the past couple of years and everything.
Yeah. Ever since the baby put that nigga down in Walmart, niggas been acting like they just shooting up everybody.
People just don't want to get beat up, so they just start killing people now. But you gotta admit, like Coldheart was the shit though. Like I mean, I didn't agree with him. Like I thought it was hella corny, bro, for him to like pull up on dude like at freaking South Park Mall. Cause like why? Like especially at y'all ages and everything. Like I'm 24 and I would never pull some shit like that, trying to pull up on somebody in the street and everything. I don't care what people say, talk whatever shit you want to and everything, but it's just like, dude, like why? You know what I'm saying? Like even if you're trying to get clout or whatever, I think that's just weird to me. Like for grown ass men to be doing shit like that. But regardless, I respect him. Like God bless his soul and everything for not like trying to shoot up or try to kill the baby or try to hurt anybody that he was close to. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas will do like shit. They'll freaking try to push like a situation and everything, and then try to like murder the person who retaliated and like took the dub out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like they just can't take no L's at all. So for him taking that L and still going on like God bless his heart, Cam Cole heart, he has all my respect just for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I may not agree with what he like went in there for, but at the same token, like he still like didn't do anything fucked up after that. He just kept going on with his life. So I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they were talking about him all types of places. So like I hold that as like an example. So you can still like keep your head up through a lot of the shit, and you don't have to kill nobody. I know you heard about the situation that happened at Quick Trip, with a dude scraped his car and like killed another dude and everything. What was your stance on shit like that?
I feel like it was just unnecessary. Everybody should have just minded their own business and then came to reparations about that vehicle, but they didn't want to take it there. But he just took all the way left where it didn't need to go.
It wasn't even the owner of the car. He was a freaking passenger,
Man,
from what I've heard.
if that was the case, then he must have been ready to crash out regardless. You can't be having people like that around.
Yeah, no, seriously, man. It's just like, it just feels like every left and turn. I feel like people in Charlotte are doing the absolute most for absolutely nothing, man. You really got to be on your P's and Q's out here, because I feel like it's like random now. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's any like, pattern. It's just people who don't want to freaking fight no more or whatever, or take that L publicly and shit like that. And then they try to take other people's lives and stuff like that. Like people just can't seem to take any type of L of any type. And I think that is just like the weirdest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just, this generation is so weird. I don't want to be that type of be like, like, hey, I was born in the wrong generation and stuff like that. But sometimes I truly do feel like I am, because I'm not.
Saying that shit every day, I ain't gonna hold you.
You say that stuff every day? Okay.
I say it every day, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like I'm like head ass over it or nothing like that, because it's like, it's just real shit. Like, dude, like people be really out here like with no purpose at all but to fuck shit up for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And doing a whole lot of fucked up shit and thinking that shit is not gonna catch up to you. Like, dude, everything catches up to you some way or another. Somewhere or another, something's catch up to you. Some way. Like, I know it's weird for me, like, people to believe in karma and everything, but if it's not gonna happen in your lifetime, it's definitely gonna happen in your children's lifetime, And now your children, your grandchildren, something. It's everything's come back to haunt you to some degree or another. You can't just think that nothing bad's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like you may go on with your life, but something fucked up's gonna happen. Something. It may not even involve you and that person. It could be in other ways. That's why it's like it's good to put like positive energy out as best you can, because you never know like what positions a lot of these people are gonna take like in years later and everything. What is that a mailman? Oh yeah, that is a mailman. He better have my damn check. I've been waiting for this damn check for freaking a couple of days now. I'm freaking open up that mail. Stuff of that nature. But it's like, we're kind of reaching close to like an hour and everything of that nature. Before we go off, I just want to ask you a question. What are your aspirations going on to the future and stuff like that? Stuff that you want to do, stuff you're interested in.
Shit, get this second job, try to work, build up, get this crib and shit, and then probably start trying to really. I'm gonna really start trying. I've been meaning to crack down on like trying to get into music for about 3 years now. I need to start cracking down on that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think you can do it and stuff of that nature. I mean, I know a couple studios and stuff. Like, I know some people that might know some people. I mean, I could probably see if I can hook you up. I know Taurus and CD hook up. I mean, if you want to get closer, like with them and everything, they'll probably figure things out. Show about a party and stuff like that. I know you're maybe not much of a party person, but there's some good networking that can go on in places like that. You know what I'm saying? People will just fuck with you and everything because you got good energy and stuff of that nature, and they'll help you with whatever you're trying to go along with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just.
I didn't hear CD about his rap, about rapping. CD was just like, all CD did was just refer me to a studio. I was like, nah. I'm like, what I'm saying is, like, when you hit the studio, let me know, and I bring my cut of studio time, and we gonna work on something. Folks ain't hit me back, so I ain't tripping on that though.
Yeah, sure. Don't sweat it too much, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, don't be pressed to be a part of something. Like, I was able to drop a whole mixtape, and I'm not really a part of like a whole collective. I mean, I would say like I was with Journey Entertainment, but at this point now, it's like, it's like we're so scattered and everything, which happens with life and everything. And maybe we'll come back together when it's time, But at the same time, you just kind of have to step out and make your own connections your own way. There's always something to do. Like, you're right here right now because I hit you up off IG. for a podcast episode. You're the 85th episode. I've been doing this for how many times? For an hour. Hours on top of hours on top of hours of content. There's only 24 hours in the day. Like, there's close to 85 hours of this stuff. How many days is that back to back? If you did the math, that's like 3 days and some change worth of content stacked together. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't even think it's like a big deal from time to time, because it's like, like Joe Rogan be doing like thousands and other people be doing thousands and shit, and be getting like, no top dog people and stuff. But it's still a start. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. Whether you want to start with a single, or whether you want to start with an EP, maybe you can listen to some beats, get some inspiration. I just came from Walmart for some dude in offer up to give me some headphones and everything, so I can be able to listen to the beats on my computer a little bit more clearly. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. Always got to make plans for sure and everything. But if like you were to go into the studio and stuff of that nature, like what type of beats are you pretty much shooting for? You shooting for something like trap bass? You trying to look for like some melodic type stuff? Like, what's gonna be your inspiration if you were to get back into the studio again?
But shit, me. Probably it depends on, like, honestly, it depends on the beat. I'm trying to expand, because I'm trying to be like versatile. But I don't know, bro. Beat, like, people beats be like sounding like everybody else beats. I ain't gonna hold you. I need somebody to come in the game with something different. But it gotta be fire though, because people just be having like ideas.
You just gotta look for it, man. You gotta look for it mad hard. That's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, I've been looking for beats on YouTube for so many years, man, that Google literally be shoehorning like ads for like other producers and everything to give me free beats, non-profit beats and shit. So I just be having beats on top of beats on top of beats on top of beats on my computer and shit. I be losing hella beats and everything now, because I be trying to move them shits and they be corrupted, and then like, it just goes on and on from there. As soon as we get off this, I'm gonna find some time today to really re-download like some new beat packs and stuff of that nature, free for profit. And it's just a process, man. Like, really, once you have a vision of what you want to do, what you want to sound like, really, like, listen to some of your favorite artists, because it's always going to be drawn to your favorite artists, and they're going to influence you to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of J. Cole, a little bit of Schoolboy Q here, a little bit of Kendrick, a little bit of Drake, a little bit of all whatever, Wale here, a little bit of Logic. You know what I'm saying? You become a Dutch oven to a lot of your favorite artists to a certain degree. But then, like, nobody has my voice. Like, you hear me on the phone, I have such a distinctive voice, like nobody sounds like me. So that's like the biggest thing that's going for me now. It's just like, whatever I do, or however I attack that mic or whatever, or attack that beat, it's gonna be for me, and you're gonna know what my voice is or whatever. So that's gonna serve me pretty good going to the years on, because a lot of people end up sounding the same and everything, and then like the only thing they got different is the name. Like, I got the name and I got the sound and I got the voice. So it's just like, it's just gonna be just some stuff like that. It's just a matter of just getting used to it and getting caught on with the shit. So it's like, that's what it is. But outside of music, what other aspirations might you have?
Probably like start doing like skits or whatever.
Doing skits and everything. I'm trying to get in, like Lovely Hackett, right? You don't know Lovely? Light skin girl? She be doing hella skits. I think she did some stuff with Cap Dollars. I know you heard of Cap Dollars, right? Dang, you be wanting to do skits? You don't really know all the people in Charlotte that be doing skits?
Oh no, I don't be paying attention to Charlotte. Motherfuckers who don't really be funny for real.
Don't even be saying some shit like that, man. One day they might be on this podcast too, for sure, and stuff of that nature. So it's just like, the best way to do things is like to hit them up and whatnot. I'm trying to hit up some Facebook groups and everything who be doing acting and everything. I want to get into acting, because like I feel like I had like something, because I was good at writing scripts, and like what's her name? Damn, I forgot her name. She used to write me up for all sorts of stuff, but I still mess with her. I don't know, the drama teacher at Queens. I don't want to be Miss Mills. Oh shoot, I almost called her Miss Elizabeth because that was her first name, but that's not to be confused with Macho Man's wife. Yeah, man, it's just like, it's just stuff like that. Like, I was really, really good, like, in drama and everything of that nature, and, like, even drama back in middle school. So it's just like, I want to get back to really, get that itch back again, So it's like, to actually turn into something. Like, life is too short to get any of your talents wasted. So it's like, you want to do skits. Do you have any ideas for skits or anything?
Yeah, I got a few ideas. I just got to put them together. I just got to put, like, the people together.
Okay. You ever think about maybe just starting a TikTok or whatever? Because I know I'm an old ass nigga, so it's like TikTok. I'm a Vine dude, so it's like it's hard for me to get immersed in that world of TikTok.
I got TikTok. Excuse me. I got TikTok. It's just like I ain't no dancing that nigga. Like I ain't finna be doing no dances and shit.
I feel like I would dance if I was performing in front of a crowd and like I was really feeling the beat because I'm African, so it's like once we really feel the beat, we're going to dance. Like regardless, it's like from the tap of that foot, like we are going to move in some way. You know, whether if it's our shoulders or whatever, something's moving. So it's just like, you know, every when I listen to a beat, I have to nod my head and do stuff like that. So it's just reactionary at that point. But it's like forcing to record myself on a TikTok to get views and everything. You know, it's just I feel that's too much work for a maybe, because it's just gonna be taken over as some white person and they're gonna
do like he just be. All he do is like whatever sound he fuck with, like he just he just put like a caption over it and then just record. I ain't gonna lie, I'm seeing him get to the views though.
You get hella views on it?
Like when he started his TikTok, we started around the same time. We was watching videos, like he wasn't making nothing. He started making like doing like little skits and shit. I ain't gonna say skits, but like doing little videos, like little 15-second videos and shit. Like I done seen buddy like he used to get like one time he got like 100 views. Like one time I seen one of his videos had like 5,000. And he ain't even got like 1,000 followers on that motherfucker. So I'm like, that motherfucker, like I got 400 views on one of my shits, but like it ain't even a skit for it. It's like a collage of like other videos and shit. But shit, I got like 400, almost 500 views on that. And I'm just like, man, I don't even fuck with TikTok, but this shit get you views no matter what, honestly.
No, that's really cool stuff, and it's good for marketing your music too. That's why I really need to really learn how to really freaking adapt with shit like that without having to like, you know, because it's like I got a nephew and everything. He say like a good way to market is like there'd be lots of gaming channels on YouTube and shit, and that'll be a way to get like your music out there. If like maybe they're playing walkthroughs or whatever video game that shit was playing in the background. You know, that's how Logic blew up, I think, with a lot of gamer channels. You know. Playing his music in the background, and people like, oh shit, who's that? I need to look this person up. And it'd be like 100, because lots of people like watching people play video games and play video games now. So it's like that's like a whole business on YouTube. So it's just, I guess the same thing kind of works with TikTok. If you can get like something catchy that people can kind of dance to and everything, you know, they would really, really mess with that. So yeah, I think we're kind of reaching like past like the whole hour mark, which is crazy and everything that we even sat here for an hour. But you know, I thank you for hopping on, dude. Yeah, do you got anything else you want to say for sure to the crowd before we bounce off?
Shoot, stay safe, get vaccinated, and don't be up in everybody's face.
Damn, don't get vaccinated.
I said go get vaccinated.
I know you said go get vaccinated, but it's like, wow, I never heard of that. I be forgetting we're still in the COVID era. So it's just like, you know, I be wearing my mask too, and I be forgetting. I just be feeling like Sub-Zero with the shit. Anyway, all right, but that's it for the 85th episode of the Mental Threats Podcast. I appreciate you, Armez, for being on. We sewn in, now we're sewing out.